Hey everyone, I'm Dylan. Welcome back to Vineyard Youth TV. This is week 2 in our Hard Questions series, the first week of which was live streamed over on our Twitch channel, which can be found in the description. We're really excited to be doing more live events on Twitch, so please go check that out. Also in the description, you will find our connection cards. These let us get to know you better and get to know how to serve you better. So please fill that out however much you're comfortable. So I'm going to be handing it over to Justin for our lesson for the week.
Hey everyone, welcome back to VYTV, your regularly scheduled programming here on a Thursday night. It's nice to be back. The Twitch Live was a lot of fun. We'll definitely do that again. Tonight we're going to jump right back into hard questions, right? So week 2, hard questions. Today we're going to tackle the meaning of life. Yeah, that's right. Somebody threw that into our questions last week. And so this week we're going to kind of dive into the meaning of life. This is probably one of the biggest questions in the world. I want to know if you have any thoughts, throw them in the chat. The meaning of life, I've heard, pizza. I've heard the meaning of life is, all these different things. So I want to hear from y'all, like, what is the meaning of life to you? Tell me in the chat right now. Let's go. I got a few quotes for you in the meantime, right? So the Dalai Lama, this guy, right? He said, our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them, right? That's good. That's great. Don't hurt people. That's a good meaning in life. The Governator, the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? This dude said, the meaning of life is not simply to exist, to survive, but to move ahead, to go up, to achieve, to conquer even. This writer, Albert Camus, he's a writer, wrote some great books. He said, the literal meaning of life is whatever you're doing that prevents you from killing yourself. So just whatever you're doing that keeps you going, that is the meaning in life to him. That's his approach. Then there's this famous Christian writer. He's one of my favorites. His name is John Piper. This guy said this. He said, the meaning of life is to know God and to enjoy God and to reflect some of the beauty of God as we know him in Christ. So this is just some thoughts from a few really smart guys that I mean, those are good ideas. I have a very simple take. I'm not quite as intelligent as some of these people. I am on a different level. I'm built different. And my opinion, if you ask me right now, which you did, what is the meaning of life, Justin? Justin, what's the meaning of life? I'd boil it down to 2 very simple things that you could base it all off of. So get out a pencil, get out a pen, write this down, get out your phone, open your notes app, right? Write down just the meaning of life, right? 2 very simple things. Love God, make community. Love God, make community. Throw it in the chat. Love God, make community. It's that simple. Let's all go home. No, I'm just kidding. Let me break that down a little bit for you. Honestly, I believe this with all of my heart. So follow me here. Follow me here. Ready? Exodus 9:16 says this, but I have raised you up for this very purpose, that I might show you my power and that my name might be proclaimed in all the earth. That's God talking to his people, right? God is saying, I have raised you up for this very purpose, to show you my power, that my name may be proclaimed in all the earth, right? He is saying, love me. Show these people my love. Check it out. Proverbs 23:26. Just write down those verses. Proverbs 23:26. Exodus 9:16. It's good to write those down because it helps you go back to them when you need them. Check it out, right? Proverbs 23:26. My son, give me your heart and let your eyes delight in my ways. I'm going to read that again. That's good. My son, give me your heart and let your eyes delight in my ways. See, there's a number of examples of God calling us to love him throughout the Bible. I have found this is probably the easier of the two things, right? Loving God, even when times are tough, even when I feel like sinning, even when maybe I am choosing my sin, I still find myself loving God on the backside of that, right? The one that's always been a little bit more difficult is make community. So, God has called us to love others. Here at the youth group, this is literally our mission statement, our vision statement here at the State Fair site is to love God and make community. And I made that our statement because, again, I think that this is the purpose. This is the reason humans exist. Everything else we do should be driven by our love for God and our desire to make community. We are called to bring others into the love of God. The meaning of life is to bring others into that love. Make community. Type make community. Write it down. John 7:37. Check it out. Here we go. On the last and greatest day of the festival, Jesus stood and said in a loud voice, "Let anyone who is thirsty come to me and drink." Jesus said, "Let anyone who is thirsty come to me and drink." Jesus is literally saying, bring them. Get the community, get them in here, let's go. Ecclesiastes 4:9-12. Two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. So God's adding himself back into the equation at the end there, right? He's saying 2 people are better than one. 2 people with the commonality of loving God is better. That strand, that cord of 3 strands is going to make something nearly unbreakable. So the meaning of life, I think that it's important to love God and make community. I think another thing that's really important within the meaning of life, to find what you love, to allow those passions to drive you. So for me, I have found music, I have found teaching, I've found hanging out with you guys, with all of you, the students. This is my deepest passion in life. This is what I believe God has called me to do, is to love God and to make community amongst students, amongst musicians. In fact, I would say that within the Bible, there's always a great thing for you to cling to and hold on to. For me, we like to call them like a life verse. For me, personally, it would be 1 Corinthians 10:33. It says, "Even as I try to please everyone in every way, for I am not seeking my own good, but the good of many, so that they may be saved." Every day when I live my life, I think to myself, how can I do things to make everybody else get to where they need to be so that they can love God and make community? And I would hope and I pray that you could find a verse that would help you spur yourself on towards that goal, right? Towards that mission of loving God and making community. Thanks, y'all.
All right, that wraps up our episode this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to connect deeper and let us know more about you, please check out the connection card in the description. Also check out the Twitch channel down below, as we're going to be doing more live events in the future. See you next week.